Welcome to MathMinders Academy. Today we're making proportion easy. But first, can you solve this? Y is directly proportional to x squared. We are told that y equals 20 when x equals 2. Now, find y when x equals 4. Don't guess. There's a simple method that makes questions like this much easier. Let's make proportion easy. Now, let's understand the proportional symbol. What does this symbol mean? This symbol means is proportional to. For example, if we have y is proportional to x, it means that y changes in proportion to x. We can rewrite this relationship using a constant called k. Y equals kx. Here, k is the constant of proportionality. This constant tells us how y changes as x changes. So, remember this important rule. Y is proportional to x means y equals kx. That's the key idea. Now let's look at direct proportion. When we say y is directly proportional to x, it means that as x increases, y increases in the same proportion. We write this as y is proportional to x. For direct proportion, we can convert this into an equation. Y equals kx. Here, k is the constant of proportionality. Let's see how this works with an example. Suppose y equals 12 when x equals 3. Find y when x equals 7. Step 1. Find k. We know that y equals kx, so substitute y equals 12 and x equals 3. 12 equals 3k. Therefore, k equals 4. Now we have our constant of proportionality. Step 2. Find y. Since k equals 4, our equation becomes y equals 4x. We are told that x equals 7, so y equals 4 times 7. Therefore, y equals 28. And that's our answer. Remember the key idea. When dealing with direct proportion, find k first, then find the unknown. Let's take the next step and learn how to find the constant of proportionality. Remember, in direct proportion, we can write the relationship as P equals KQ. Here, K is the constant of proportionality. Let's work through an example. Suppose P equals 18 when Q equals 6. Our task is to find the constant of proportionality, K. Step 1. Write the formula. P equals KQ. Step 2. Substitute the known values. Since P is 18 and Q is 6, we get 18 equals 6k. Step 3. Solve for k. Divide both sides by 6. So k equals 18 divided by 6. Therefore, k equals 3. Now we know the constant of proportionality. Therefore, our equation is P equals 3Q. And remember this key idea. For direct proportion, the constant of proportionality is found using K equals Y divided by X.
let's tackle a slightly more challenging direct proportion question. Here, y is directly proportional to x minus 1 all squared. We are given that when x equals 3, y equals 24. Our task is to find y when x equals 6. Let's solve it step by step. Step 1. Form the equation. Because y is directly proportional to x minus 1 all squared, we write y equals k times x minus 1 all squared. Step 2. Substitute the given values. We know that x equals 3 and y equals 24. So we get 24 equals k times 3 minus 1 all squared. 3 minus 1 is 2 and 2 squared is 4. Therefore, 24 equals 4k. So k equals 6. Now we know the constant of proportionality. Step 3. Form the final equation. Substituting k equals 6 gives us y equals 6 times x minus 1 all squared. Step 4. Substitute x equals 6. Y equals 6 times 6 minus 1 all squared. 6 minus 1 is 5, and 5 squared is 25. So, y equals 6 times 25. Therefore, y equals 150. So, the answer is 150. Remember the key idea. Find k first, then use the equation to find y. Now, let's look at another type of direct proportion. This time, y is directly proportional to the square root of x. We're given that when x equals 9, y equals 6. Find y when x equals 25. Let's solve it step by step. Step 1. Form the equation. Since y is directly proportional to the square root of x, we write y equals k times the square root of x. Step 2. Substitute the given values. We know that x equals 9 and y equals 6. So, 6 equals k times the square root of 9. The square root of 9 is 3. Therefore, 6 equals 3k. Divide both sides by 3, so k equals 2. Now we know the constant of proportionality. Step 3. Form the equation. Substituting k equals 2 gives y equals 2 times the square root of x. Step 4. Substitute x equals 25. Y equals 2 times the square root of 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So, y equals 2 times 5. Therefore, y equals 10. So our final answer is 10. Remember the key idea. Y is directly proportional to the square root of x means y equals k times the square root of x. Let's apply direct proportion to a real-life situation. 2 men can produce 40 chairs in 5 hours. How many chairs can 7 men produce in the same 5 hours? Notice the important phrase, the same 5 hours. Since the time stays constant, we are comparing the number of men with the number of chairs produced. So let x represent the number of men and p represent the number of chairs. As the number of men increases, the number of chairs also increases. So this is direct proportion. We can write p is proportional to x. For direct proportion, we use p equals kx. Now let's solve it. Step 1. Find K. We know that 2 men produce 40 chairs. Substitute these values into the formula. 40 equals 2K. So K equals 40 divided by 2. Therefore, K equals 20. Step 2. Form the equation. Since K equals 20, our equation becomes P equals 20x. Step 3. Use 7 men. Substitute x equals 7. P equals 20 times 7. Therefore, P equals 140. So, 7 men can produce 140 chairs in the same 5 hours. Remember, for direct proportion, find K first, then use the equation. So, what should you remember about direct proportion? There are 3 important steps. First, if y is proportional to x, write y equals kx. Second, find the value of k using the information given. And third, use your value of k to find the unknown quantity. So, the method is simple. Recognise the proportion, write the equation, find k, then find the unknown. The key formula is y equals kx. Direct proportion means that when one quantity increases, the other quantity increases in the same ratio. Once you understand this method, direct proportion questions become much easier. Great work! Now that we understand direct proportion, we're ready for our next topic: inverse proportion. Thanks for learning with us at MathMinders Academy. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more clear and easy to follow IGCSE Maths lessons. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep improving. See you in the next lesson.
In the midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams.